more for the Department of Natural Resources than anyone I can think of in a very, very long time. Our director, Jim Zeringer, has done a tremendous amount of work throughout our department, but most notably, $88.5 million to invest in our state parks and improve them so that all of you, our customers, have a nice product to come to and enjoy. So, our director, Jim Zeringer.
Thank you, Gary. I appreciate those kind words, but you recognize a lot of people that are here on behalf of ODNR and spending their Saturday here, coming from other state parks, and we owe a lot to them to get this place looking good. And we're really proud of that $88.5 million. And I'll recognize some people here in just a minute or two that really helped make that possible. But on behalf of Governor Kasich, I want to welcome you all to Ohio's Winter Playground. That's what Punderson State Park is. I don't know of another place that you can go dog sledding, like Gary mentioned, cross-country skiing, snowmobiling, go up and sit by the fireplace up at the lodge, all for nothing. Go down this great sledding hill, get towed back up, get a free tube here to use. I mean, there's just so many things that the state of Ohio and Punderson State Park has to offer, and I can't picture a better place in the state to spend some capital dollars enhancing that winter activity. So this is great. We're one of 7 state parks in the nation that allows free admission. You can come here on a winter day, a winter weekend, and just enjoy this wonderful state park. Now, almost every time I come here, someone says, when are you going to fix the topo? And like Gary said, they've been saying that for 30-some years, but I've only been here for a little over 5, and I've heard it a lot. So that's one of the reasons we're here today, is to talk about this tow road and why it took so long. I mean, the parks came from Germany to get the tow road fixed. And there's a lot of things that we have to learn about it. We tested it out on Tuesday. There was no school up here. So our park staff wanted to see how it works and really test it with a lot of weight on it. And so there was a lot of kids that enjoyed that on Tuesday for a couple hours. So, but the tow rope is not the only thing we're here to talk about today. Gary mentioned the $88.5 million that the state has given us. Excuse me, we have 2 people here today. Senator John Eklund and Representative Sarah LaTourette, that were very responsible. I'm going to have them come up in just a second. But 2 great individuals that represent you well here in Geauga County and other counties surrounding Geauga. So you guys got to be proud of their support and the way that they represent the people in their district. And without them and Governor Kasich, Senator President Faber, to help make this $88.5 million possible, we just couldn't do it without them. So I'll bring them up in just a second. But many of the changes that you see around here and the money that was spent, you really can't see the physical changes. When you talk about replacing the electric wiring inside Punderson, when you talk about replacing water sewer lines, when you talk about replacing a backup generator, heating, air conditioning, all these things cost a lot of money. And sometimes you don't see the actual physical change. But then there's a lot of things you can see. I don't know if you've been up around the manor lately, but the whole exterior is done. It just looks fantastic. And then there's a couple swimming pools that we just fixed up. And we're going to be putting a new roof on later on this summer. So we have a lot to do. And we asked our users, tell us what you want to enhance your outdoor activity or enhance your state park. And we had over 7,000 responses to those. And here at Punderson, one of them was, what's with 20 amp electrical service? Now, a lot of you may not know what that is, but if you're a camper, back in the 70s, that's what it required for you to have a light bulb in your camper. But nowadays, these campers are big. They have several air conditioners. They have several TVs. They have a lot of electricity power, and it takes 50 amp. So we're redoing the actual campsites here. And they haven't been touched since the 70s, and a lot of things have changed. We're also doing 14 full hookups, so you can pull in with your camper and hook up electric, water, sewer, a lot of the things that a lot of campsites need right now. Another thing that was requested, another great suggestion all over the state of Ohio, not just here at Punderson, We need flush toilets. And we need to get rid of the pit latrines. And again, that dates back to the 60s and 70s. The great thing about our state parks is they're in the most beautiful settings in the state of Ohio. The bad thing about our state parks, there's not a lot of water and sewer that gets out to them from the counties. And so a lot of times that was the only way you could do it. But I am going to tell you at the Mush Trail, and I think that's near the Frisbee, near the disc golf, that we're putting in a new flush toilet. And that, I know that's going to be well received by those users there. Another request we had was, will you please freshen up the cottages? And Xanterra has done a great job redoing the interior of our cottages. Now our responsibility is doing the exterior of the roofs and some things like that. So we're going to continue to improve them all, starting right away to get those projects done. The trail systems here, we just finished a 4-mile trail system for snowmobiles. Just got that finished. And then we have a wonderful floating boardwalk, thanks to Fred Shen. This was his idea. Doug Lyons got the job done up here. And that's going to be a floating boardwalk out on Lake Punderson that'll go from the lodge and connect to the back of the cabin. So if you're staying in the cabin area, you can just go on a beautiful hike with a lot of nature, and it's just right there on the water. Again, it's a great improvement here at the park. Now next year, we're going to be flooding the tennis court. And I just heard that they did that back in the 70s. But again, you add that to the hot chocolate, to the tow rope, to the sledding, and you'll be able to ice skate out here during the winter. How many of you remember the tow rope from 30 years ago? Senator, did you go down?
He said he was going down. He said he was going down a little bit ago. We're going to waste him.
Well, I'm glad to have, and I've heard quite a few stories. John just told me a great story before when he was here, and the opportunities, how you could see it driving in, and it was just fun for him growing up in this area. So we're going to do a lot of things around here, and again, it's all part of these capital improvements that we're going to continue to make, not only here at Punderson Lake, but all of our 74 state parks and our natural areas throughout the state of Ohio. So at this time, I'd like to have Senator John Eckland come up and talk a little bit about, he's from your area, obviously, and maybe he can tell us about his experience going down this hill. Please welcome Senator.